So today, guys, we're going to go back to our cash budgeting problem, and let's redo this because last time when we did this, we only reached up to a certain portion here. Okay, so let's have a quick review for us to understand the problem better. So we're given the forecasted sales for January up to June 2022. Okay, these figures are in thousands. So this is 25 million, 27 million, etc. These are forecasted revenues. And we're given the actual figures for November and December of this year. So these are historical figures. These are not forecasted figures. And we said that the collection policy of the company is that they will collect around 60% of their sales that are conducted on the month of the sale. So the 25 million here, guys, 60% of that will be collected in January, 30% will be collected in February, 9% will be collected in March, and then there will be an allowance for 1%. So from the experience of the company, they're not able to collect on 1% of the sales. Okay. Now they have some disbursements, some expenses, cash expenses, wages for clerical personnel, that's 7,000. Okay, and then we have rent expense 3,500, lease 800, utilities 250 per month, except in May and June when they average 150. Also, they have commission given to their sales associates at 25% of the collectible sales after the month of sale. When you say collectible sales, guys, it's only the amount that will be collected. So since there's a bad debt of 1%, okay, ang collectible sales lang is 99% of the sales. And the commission is given after the month of sale. Also, the two partners have a salary of 5,000 or allowance of 5,000 or 20% of the net sales. Net sales is also your collectible sales, whichever is greater, paid 1 month after the revenue is earned. So both the commissions and the allowance of the owners of the partners are given 1 month after the sale is generated. Okay, so we're asked to create a cash budget from January to June 2022. Okay, and we wish to have a cash balance of 10,000 at the end of each month. Okay, so dapat hindi bababa sa 10,000 yung cash balance. Okay, so we're told here that if the cash balance does not reach the 10,000 minimum balance, then they do a loan, okay, to jack up the amount to the minimum balance of 10,000. However, if they borrow, for example, they borrow in January, that means that in February they will have to pay interest, 1% of the amount. Okay, so we're also tasked to create 3 scenarios. Maybe let's add on this best case, base case. Let's put here pessimistic. Okay, let's put a pessimistic case and worst case. Assuming that revenues are 20% better than expected, exactly as expected. Okay, then we have or 10% worse. 10% lower than expected, or 20% worse than expected. So which means that the pessimistic, guys, is 10% lower than expected. Okay, and then we're asked to create a scenario manager. Okay, so that we'd like to know, okay, we'd like to know what will be the maximum amount of borrowing. Okay, and then we're asked to do the round up function for this. We'll explain later on. Okay, so let's go now to our template, our budget. Okay, cash budget. So let's just put here the details. Collections on the month of sale, that's 60%. Okay, 1 month after, that's 30%. 2 months after, that's 9%. And then the bad debt is 1%. Sales commission of the sales associates is 25%. Minimum partner salary, it's 5,000. Okay. And then the partner's commission is 20%. They're given the higher of the 5,000 or the 20%. Okay. And then the ending cash balance, we're given that the ending cash balance of December 2021 was 12,000. Minimum cash requirement, cash balance required is 10,000. Okay. Then this one we'll fill in this later. Clerical expenses is 7,000. Rent expense is 3,500. Office equipment lease is 800. Utilities 250. For May and June 150. Interest on borrowing is 1%. Okay. So we have these details, guys. So let's now prepare our template in such a way that we can do scenario manager analysis here. Okay, so we said that scenario manager analysis allows us to do sensitivity analysis. In other words, what if sales revenues was the best case is 120%, right? So what if revenues was 20% of the forecasted sales? What if it was the base case is exactly the forecasted sales? The pessimistic case is 90% of the forecasted sales, and the worst case is 80% of the forecasted sales. So given those changes in your sales, therefore the cash budget will change. Kasi di ba ang collections natin will be based on your forecasted sales. So if there's an increase in forecasted sales, there will be an increase in cash net collections. Otherwise, that will also decrease if you have a reduction in your forecasted sales. So syempre lahat yan guys maapektuhan yung yung borrowing natin. Kasi the borrowing will be dependent on the unadjusted cash balance at the end. So kung yung unadjusted cash balance hindi umabot ng 10,000, manghihiram tayo, no? Otherwise, hindi kailangan manghiram. Okay, so let's put here, let's just put here the base case, which is 100%. Okay, mamaya, we will ask Excel to change this, because if this changes, then everything here changes. Let's now copy the sales. Okay, for November, December, Control C. Let's put that here. And then transpose natin. And then for the forecast, dito muna natin ilagay, Control C. Let's put it here first. Okay, transpose natin. And then for March up to June, copy natin. And then we're going to transpose it. Okay, so I'm not, we have done this before, guys, so I'll just continue. Unless, guys, you have questions. Unless you have questions on the inputs so far. Okay, so let me put it this way. So far, do you have these figures in your forecasted sales? Let's put this first. So we're going to relate the forecasted sales to this cell where we have either 100%, 120%, 80%, 90%. Okay, so let's do this. 25,000 times this figure. Okay, and then since we're going to copy it to the right along the row, so let's just fix the column. Okay, Control Enter. Okay, let's copy to the right. Okay, notice guys that when this changes, kunyari naging 120% to, syempre, mag-change yung ano natin, yung sales natin. Okay, and we're not doing it for November and December kasi historical na to. No way for this to change anymore. So let me put it back to 100%. Okay, let me pause for a while, guys. Any questions so far? Okay, is this clear? Kindly chat, guys, kung clear siya and you have already these figures in your template, in your cash budget. Kindly please chat yes or no. If you already have it or not yet. Waiting for the others, guys. So far, 1/3 pa lang yung nag-chat. Okay, how about the rest, guys? Hello, guys. I'm just getting 8 responses. How about the rest? Almost 70% of the class are not responding. Either they don't have the model yet, or I don't know, guys. Kindly give me feedback. Should I give you more time to do it, or? Naku. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I paused recording for a while ago because I wanted everyone to give me feedback if they are able to follow the. Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me redo that because I want that copied. Okay. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, we don't put absolutes in the formulas in our model. So for example, we don't put 25,000 times 60%. Okay, that's a very poor way to do modeling. You know why? If the 60% changes, then we have to look for all those absolutes in our model. Okay, and what's good, guys, is good practice is to separate your absolutes. Okay, for example, we separated it here, and then we're going to use this in the model per se. Okay, so we can also, for purposes of convenience, I can copy this here. Okay, 60%. No problem with using this because this is anyway linked to the absolute itself. Then I'm going to copy this down. Okay, then put a border here. Okay, so now we can compute for the collection for January. So the sales of 25,000 multiplied that by the collection for the first month. And then we're going to fix the column because we're going to copy this along the row. Okay, and then, oops, Control Enter, okay, and then copy to the right. Okay, so we now have the collections during the month of sale. Now, 1 month after the sale, we'll have, so the collection for January will be the sales of December, okay, and multiply that by only 30%, okay, and then fix, Control Enter, and then copy to the right. And lastly, we have 9% collection for the sales 2 months prior, so that's November, and then multiply that by 9%, okay. Okay, so we now have our collections for January, February. Okay, later on when we do scenario manager, what Excel will do is it will replace this key. Okay, so you notice, guys, that when we change this one, the revenues will change, therefore the collections will change. Okay, so let me just put that back to 100%. Actually, it doesn't matter if that's 80% or 120%, it does not matter. Okay, so our net, now for bad debts, guys, of course, there will be no more collections for that. And our net collections will be just the sum of this. Okay, so let me pause for a while. Any questions, guys? So let me give you a few minutes to follow along. If you have any questions, please feel free to second month. Okay, thank you, LG. Guys, I really appreciate your questions. So, yun ang gusto ko talaga na na nagtatanong kayo. Gustong-gusto ko yung guys. No? So, thank you, LG, for your question. So, yung second month natin, first month pala to, no? Second month will be yung sales ng November. Okay, yung sales ng November natin, 9% yan makukolect na natin sa January. Okay, LG, did that answer your question?
Yes po, sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, LG. Okay. Any other questions, guys? So, pwede po pakita yung formula for the first month. Okay, Lawrence, thank you so much. Okay, first month will be, okay. It's good. Thank you for your questions again. I really would like to encourage you, Lawrence, salamat sa question. No? So, ang collection natin sa first month will be, as far as January is concerned, no? Yung sale ng previous month, yung December. So, yung sales natin ng December, multiply that by yung 30% na amount to be collected, amount that's collected. Okay, Lawrence, did that answer your question? Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Again, guys, please, I'd like to encourage you to ask questions. No? Okay, so these are now the collections, guys. 32, 820, etc. Then, syempre, titinan din natin, guys, yung mga, yung mga disbursements. No? Okay, ano yung mga ginagastos ng company? So first is the clerical wages na record na natin to dito. Let's just copy that. And then fix the column. And then copy to the right. So bakit po ulit sa November? Okay, thank you, Charmaine. Okay, let me answer first yung question ni Charmaine. November, bakit nagsimula sa November? Okay, we started with November kasi kailangan natin yung data ng November para ma-compute natin yung collection sa January. Okay? Kasi si November, guys, alam natin na yung sales ng November, 60% of that will be collected in November. 30% of that will be collected in December. And 9% of that will be collected in January. Since January to June yung ginagawa nating budget, kailangan natin yung sales ng November. Kasi yung November sales natin, may makokolekta pa tayo sa January. Now take note, wala tayong linagay na sales ng September. Okay? Kasi yung September, guys, wala na namang makokolekta dyan for the month of January. Okay? Bakit kailangan natin yung January to June? Kasi guys, yun ang binabudget natin. Okay? We're tasked to forecast to create a cash budget for 2022 starting with January. Okay? Of course, guys, kailangan to para malaman ng company kung magkakaroon pa sila ng shortage para mapagplanuhan yun. Kasi cash is a very important asset. Gusto nila malaman ng company kung if there will be any shortage or any overage, guys, para maplano din nila kung anong gagawin dun sa scenario where there may be a shortage of cash. Okay? Charmaine, did that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. Good. All right, then we have sales commission. Okay, yung sales commission, i-copy nga natin dito yung percent. Copy natin dito, 25% kasi. No? Okay, ang sales commission sabi daw, guys, is equal to it will be based on collectible sales. Collectible sales, ibig sabihin, hindi kasama yung 1% na hindi mako-collect. And it will be based on the previous month revenue. Okay, so yung commission ng January will be based on the sales of December, okay, but not the whole amount. Kailangan i-minus natin yung 1% na hindi mako-collect. Then i-F4 natin to. Okay? We need to fix that kasi kakopy natin yung formula to the right. We don't want 1% to be moving. Okay? And then multiply that by, ano ba yung commission? Yung 25%. And then fix this again. Okay, so let me show the answer and then show you the formula again. And then kindly follow, guys. Paki-check yung formulas nyo. And feedback if there are any questions. Okay, clear, guys? Copy this to the right. Okay, pause muna ako. May questions ba? Nasundan niyo ba yung computation? I might disconnect. Oh, okay. Okay. Harold, thank you so much for informing me. No problem, no problem. I understand. Keep safe na lang, ha? Okay, sige. Thank you, Harold. I appreciate, guys, you informing me kung may mga concerns, no? Okay, no problem. No problem, guys. Okay, so any questions, guys, about the sales commission? Okay, thank you, Harold. Any questions about the sales commission? Okay, good. Thank you. All right, next, let's go to partner salaries. Ano daw yung partner salaries? I-link natin ulit to sa 20%. Okay. Ano daw yung partner salary? Sabi, it's the maximum of either 5,000 or 20% of the sales. Okay? So, ano kayang function na gagamitin natin, guys? Any suggestion? Kasi either 5,000 daw or yung 20% of the net sales of the previous month, whichever is higher. Anyone? Okay, kindly unmute na lang muna, guys, ha, kung wala kayong questions. Diego, kindly unmute muna, please. Mr. Garcia. Mute ko na lang siya. Okay. All right. So, let's see, guys. So, anong function natin dito? Is equal to? Any suggestion, guys? Any suggestion? Anong function kaya sa Excel? Red. I-black nga natin, guys, kasi naka-red pala yung font nito. Is equal to what? We can make use of the max function. Maximum. Ano bang ginagawa ng max? Returns the largest value in a set of values. Ignores logical values and text. So si max, guys, ibibigay sa atin, kung magbigay tayo ng different values, kunyari 5, 10, 20. Siyempre, ano yung maximum dyan? Siyempre 20, no? Okay, but instead of values, we're going to give formulas, no? So it's either maximum ng 5,000, ito yun, di ba? Maximum partner salary. 5,000, and then we fix, kakopy natin to the right, or yung commission, which is the sales of the previous month, multiplied that by 1 minus the bad debt. Okay, nakafix ulit, and then times yung 20%. Okay? All right. So maximum ng either yung 5,000 or yung commission based on 20% of the net sales. And then since dalawa sila, guys, times 2. Dalawa yung partners, di ba? So there should be a times 2, control enter. Okay, let me just copy this formula to the right. Okay. So there you go, guys. Kindly check your formulas. So maximum ng okay. Any questions? Paki-chat nga guys kung clear tayo so far. Okay. Let's see. Okay, clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for your feedback. Okay, so yeah, let's continue, guys. Rent expense natin, alam na, given yan. Rent expense nasa taas. Ito yung 3.5, no? And then fix the column again. And then is equal to the equipment is also the same, 800. Okay, so utilities, guys. Utilities either ano siya, either 250 or 150. 250 guys pag ano daw, class 250 pag January up to April, tapos 150 pag May or June. Okay, so we can use here, marami tayong pwedeng gamitin dito. So let me introduce, baka hindi nyo pa nagamit to guys, yung, let me just change the, so this is equal to if, then or. Ano yung if or guys? Checks whether any of the arguments are true and retains the true or false. Okay, false only if all the arguments are false. Okay, so sabi natin yung if or either if any of the arguments is true, then it will return true. Pag parehong false, then it will return false. Okay, so ano ba yung una natin? There's a function in Excel. I'm not so sure if I mentioned this to you before. Month, no? Yung month function. We can use this this January, no? January character. Okay, let me just show this to you. Ano ba yung month E23? Okay, it gives us a value 1. Okay, so this function month E23, which is month ng January, gives us 1. So ito yung pang ilang month yung ano na to, yung month na to. So January is 1st, February is 2nd, etc. So sabi natin, if or month 23 is what? Is okay, is what? Is equal to either 4 or month E23 is equal to 6.5 pala to, no? So if month E23 is equal to 5 or it's equal to 6, so sarado natin yung or natin, okay? Comma. So dalawang arguments natin dito, no? Yung or natin, 2 or more. Number 1, yung E23 ba equal to 5? Or yung E23 is equal to 6? So pag 5 or 6 siya, anong value ibibigay natin? Value is 150. There. And then, otherwise, 250. Okay, so this is one way to do it. There are others, of course. So I use this just to introduce to you the or, if or function. Okay, control enter, 250, tama kasi January 250. That's 150 guys sa May at saka si June. Okay, let me flash the formula. Okay, feedback, guys? Paki-chat kung okay tayo. Okay, so far yung model natin. Okay, the rest. Thank you for the four who responded. Let's wait for your classmates. Let's give them a little more time. Okay, thank you, Charmaine, Kyla, LG, okay, Kenji, okay, Anton, thank you. Okay, May, thank you, Renzo. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, again for your responses. Okay, so we should be getting 250. Then pagdating sa May at saka sa June, 150. No? Okay, thank you, Vince. All right, interest, guys, interest. So interest will be based up, kailan magkaka-interest? Kung meron tayong borrowing, net borrowing the previous month, no? So we'll go back to this one. Okay, let's first move to the other items. So our total disbursements will simply be the sum. Sum lang natin itong mga cash outs natin. Okay. Of course, guys, hindi pa kompleto 'yan, no? Hindi pa kompleto. Immediately, guys, kita natin na January ang collection lang natin 32. Tapos ang disbursements natin 40. So we might be having some problems as far as our cash account is concerned, no? Yung iba barely lang, okay? Mas malaki pa rin yung sa March na disbursements. Then makaka-recover nung May, nung June at saka May, April, May, June. Sakala mas malaki yung mga collections natin. Okay, so the beginning balance we're told is so magkano yung cash balance natin nung January. The beginning cash balance for January is the ending cash balance for December. Yeah. So meron tayong beginning cash balance na 12,000 kasi yun ang ending cash balance ng December. Okay, so we're going to add here collections. Collections natin for January is this amount. Disbursements natin is equal to this amount. Okay? Right, so ang unadjusted natin will be equal to, unadjusted cash balance natin will be equal to, isum natin tong beginning at saka yung collections, okay? And then subtract natin si disbursements. There. Okay, so pause muna ako, guys. Any questions here? Let me repeat. Ito, guys, okay, ang beginning cash balance natin ng January is the ending cash balance of December. No? So, kinuha lang natin sa taas yan. Tapos, collections natin will be, we'll just pick it up from our computation. Then, disbursements natin is this amount. So pag lines natin yan, 4313. Okay, so far, guys? Please, feedback, guys. Chat kung okay tayo so far. Is there any formula that you would like me to show again? Okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so now, do we need to borrow for January? Do we need to borrow, guys, for January? Answer, please. Do we need to borrow for January? Kasi ang unadjusted pa to kasi baka kailangan natin i-adjust to, no? So the unadjusted cash balance is 4313. Do we need to borrow? Okay, yes. Charmaine, bakit?
Sir, kasi sa taas po, nakasulat po yung minimum cash balance po 10,000.
Correct. Correct. Thank you, Charmaine. Anton, was that also your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good. Salamat ha. You're correct, no? So 4313 kasi yung ano natin unadjusted. So kailangan humiram tayo. We need to borrow. Okay, how much should we borrow, guys? How much should we borrow? So this would be equal to ano? Iitin ko lang to. How much should we borrow, guys? Tapos gawin natin formula, no? Para makakopy natin to the right. So it's equal to if the unadjusted cash balance, no? If it's less than, kung less than siya ng 10,000, let's copy this one, and then I'm going to fix the column. If it's less than 10,000, anong gagawin? Kunyari ito, 4313. Is it less than 10,000? Ng B11 yung 10,000 natin, no? Okay. If so, anong gagawin, guys?
Sir, isusubtract po yung minimum cash balance sa E43 po.
Okay, correct. Thank you. So it should be, copyin ko na lang to, yung minimum cash balance, Control C, minus, 11, minus this one. Otherwise, wala, zero. Walang borrowing. Or empty na lang. Okay, so what's this telling us? If yung unadjusted cash balance is less than 10,000, kailangan tayo humiram. Anong hihiramin? Yung 10,000 minus this one, 4313. Okay? Otherwise, if this, kung mas malaki naman yung unadjusted kaysa dun sa 10,000, wag nahihiram, no? Walang borrowing. Okay, Control Enter. Okay, so true enough, guys, hihiram talaga tayo, no? And then we can copy this to the right. Kasi mamaya na. Okay, so now our adjusted now will be the sum of this one. So sa first month, naging 10,000 na tayo, no? Okay, so far, guys? Okay. So what will now be the beginning cash balance for February? the beginning cash balance for February will be equal to the ending cash balance. No? So let's make this, let's make it this adjusted. No? Adjusted ending cash balance. Okay, so this is equal to 10,000. Okay, and then we can copy this formula to the right. Okay, wala pang mga values dito kasi wala pang values dito sa adjusted. Okay, how about 3280? What we can just copy this to the right, di ba? Yung ano lang to, yung collection sa taas. Pati yung disbursements, we can altogether copy them to the right. So we're just copying them here. Okay. An adjusted cash balance will pareho lang, no? Will just be the sum of these two less this one. Okay. And then yung current borrowing natin, okay, take note dito guys, 10,000. Okay. So dito hindi kailangan mag-borrow, no? Okay. No borrowing here. Pero dito kailangan mag-borrow. Dito kailangan pa rin. Dito kailangan. Dito kailangan, no? Okay, any questions so far, guys? So, adjusted cash balance. It's okay, LG, no? Thank you for that question. Adjusted cash balance will be adjusted ending cash balance. So, sum up lang natin yung unadjusted at saka yung cash balance. So, LG, did you get it? Nakuha mo na yung adjusted cash balance?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So ulitin ko to guys ha. Nung nakuha natin sa adjusted cash balance, then we said that the beginning cash balance for February will be the adjusted cash balance of January. Okay? So kinapi lang natin yung formula ng pakanan, no? Kasi kukunin lang naman niya yung mga ending cash balance ng previous month. Itong collections natin, galing lang dito yan. Okay? And then kinapi natin to the right. We're just getting these values. Yung disbursements natin, we're just getting these values. Okay? And then, yung unadjusted natin, which is just the sum of the beginning cash balance at saka collections minus the disbursements. Okay, so kinapi lang natin yan. So dito makikita natin guys na dito may net negative pa tayo ng cash, no? Okay, kaya nga kailangan manghihiram tayo ng mas malaki pa kaysa 10,000. Okay, so current borrowing once again guys is equal to, if the unadjusted cash balance is less than 10,000, manghihiram tayo, we're going to borrow by the amount of 10,000 minus unadjusted cash balance. Otherwise, no borrowing tayo. Then we just copied that to the right. Okay. And then for this one, the adjusted cash balance will now be just the sum of the unadjusted at saka yung current natin, current borrowing. Okay. There. Okay. So looks okay guys. Looks looks lahat ng mga cash balance natin more than 10,000 or more than. Okay, ano pang kulang natin guys? Yung interest natin. Itong interest, wala pa tayong interest, no? Okay? Now, in order to get the interest, kailangan natin guys alam kung magkano yung borrowing natin nung previous month. Okay. So for January, nung November, wala naman sinabing borrowing, wala pa tayong balance dito, no information. Pero kung sinabi na as of December, may net borrowing tayo may balance pa tayo sa loan natin na 2,000, so dapat ilalagay natin dito, 2,000. Okay? Pero wala naman sinabi, so let that be ito. Let me just... Okay. So ito wala to, no? Kung may sinasabing may balance pa tayo dun sa loan natin, ilalagay natin dito. Okay, so we need to compute the cumulative. Kung magkano na yung total na nautang natin kasi that will be the basis of the interest expense. So in order to compute that, simple lang, nakapula na naman to. So it will just be equal to the sum. Isum natin, guys. Magkano yung previous na borrowing at saka isa-sum up natin yung current borrowing. Yan. Kunyari may 2,000 tayo dito. Tapos umutang tayo ng January na 5,600. Diba? So therefore, guys, ang total natin na cumulative borrowing will be 2,000 plus 5,688. Okay? Since wala tayo, wala nung as of December, wala. So ang cumulative borrowing natin for January will be 5,688. Now when we copy this to the right, okay, so tingnan natin guys, no? February, 5,688 pa rin kasi wala naman tayong inutang. Pero nung March, nadagdagan na yung cumulative borrowing. Okay, ito naman, so it keeps on increasing pag nagkakaroon ng cumulative borrowing. Okay? So dito mukhang hindi na tayo humihiram dito, no? Okay, any questions so far, guys? Any questions so far? Okay, and take note, guys. Take note that that will change. Kunyari, naging worst case scenario, 80%. So what will now happen is that ito na yung magiging borrowing, no? 863442106532 in order to bring the cash balance to a minimum of 10,000. Tapos yung minimum borrowing natin, so padagdag siya ng padagdag, ang total niya 17, yung pinakamalaki so far, yung 17. Okay, that's the case when yung worst case scenario na 80% lang ang sales, no? Okay, let me backtrack a bit, gawin ko ulit 100%, no? Okay, so we're now ready to compute for the interest. So ang interest natin, guys, is equal to it's equal to whatever the previous month balance is. It's equal to this one multiplied by the interest expense, interest rate na 1%. There. Okay? Control Enter. So dito wala pang interest kasi wala pa namang previous month borrowing. Pero pag kinapin natin to dito, what happened? Kasi may net borrowing na tayo na 5,688, no? So ano nangyari? Nagkaroon tayo ng interest na 57. Okay? Tapos pagdating sa guys, sa February, lumaki pa yung interest kasi bumaba yung cash, yung natin tumaas yung disbursements, no? So bumaba yung unadjusted natin. So nagkaroon pa ng ng borrowing na 44, no? Okay, tapos tumaas ngayon yung cumulative borrowing. So we copy the interest to the right. Okay. So ito yung interest expense natin to the right dito, no? Okay? So ngayon nabago yung natin, yung borrowing natin. Carried borrowing natin, nabago siya. Okay, let me pause for a while. Let me show you the interest formula. Sorry, mali. Ba't sa bad debt ko linig? Dapat sa Kasi 1%. Ikaw. Better still, guys, interest. I-copy ko siya dito. Equal to, nagkataon kasi yung bad debt at saka interest, pareho Interest on short-term borrowing, 1%. Okay. So therefore, ang interest natin is equal to D47, this one, multiplied by, okay, and then fix the column. Okay, guys, questions? Questions? Okay, so we can now, guys, we can now key in the formula here. Maximum borrowing need, ibig sabihin nun, okay, tingnan natin dito, no? Ano ba yung mga cumulative borrowing natin? Ano yung pinakamalaki dyan? Okay? Ano yung pinakamalaki dito? So, ang sabi sa problem, i-round off na lang natin, no? Round off to the nearest 1,000. So how do you do that, guys? I-round off natin to the nearest 1,000. So that's equal to round. Oops. Round ng maximum. Okay. Maximum dito. So hanapin niya yung pinaka-maximum na cumulative borrowing. And then to the nearest 1,000, okay, -3 yun, no? Kasi tatlong zeros. If you want this to be to the nearest thousands, yung tatlong decimal places, 3 to, no? Pero to the nearest 1,000, -3. Okay, ibig sabihin pakaliw, ano tayo, we go to the left, no? Okay, so if you take a look at this, okay, 6,000, guys, no? Bakit 6,000? 6,364 round maximum nito. Ang maximum kasi, if you click this, guys, ang maximum is 6,363, no? Diba? Tapos renound siya. To the nearest thousands, that's 6,000. Check mo round up natin. Tingnan ko lang, ha? 7,000. Okay, if you want, guys, na above the amount na to, okay, round up. Itataas niya. So around 7,000, guys, ang maximum ang maximum borrowing needs. Okay, pause muna ako, guys. Any questions?
Sir, pwede po ulit makita po yung sa ano po, partner salary po na formula.
Partner salary, okay.
Okay po, thank you po, sir. Wait lang po.
Sige, maximum lang ng ano ng either yung 5,000, that's the B8, and then the sales times 1 minus the bad debts times yung percentage, and then times 2 kasi dalawa yung partners, no? Okay. All right. Any other questions, guys? Sige, paki-chat nga, guys, kung umabot kayo dito. If you have these values. So ang pinakamalaking borrowing sa January. Tapos nung February konti na lang. And then March meron pa rin. Pero nung April, May, June, wala nang borrowing. Kasi sobra na yung unadjusted cash balance natin, more than 10,000 na. So no more need to borrow. Okay, guys. Paki-chat please kung if I may continue. Pwede na ba ako magtumuloy, guys? Or do you still have other questions? I will appreciate, guys, any response from you so that I know if I'll proceed or still entertain some questions. Okay, good. Okay, salamat ha, salamat. Okay, so okay na yung model natin. We're now ready to do scenario manager. So sabi natin si scenario manager, guys, gagawin niya, papalitan niya to, no? Papalitan niya to. Okay? It will set natin kung ano dapat yung value na to. So either 120% siya or 100% yung normal or pessimistic 90% lang ng forecasted sales or yung worst case scenario natin 80% ng forecasted sales. Okay, so how do we do that? Also nga pala, guys, we'd like kasi gusto natin malaman kung magkano ba yung pinaka-maximum na borrowing need natin, no? Magkano yung kailangan nating hiramin, yung pinaka-maximum. Okay, and we use this, we will link this now to our scenario manager. Okay, so let's go to data. Okay, what if analysis, scenario manager. Now, meron ba kayong nakalagay dyan ng mga values, guys? Meron ba? Paki-chat nga please kung merong ditong best case, normal, etc. Do you have that? Okay, yes. I-delete natin, guys, tayo gagawa nito. Paki-delete siya. Okay, for example, si best case, delete natin. Normal case, delete. Pessimistic case, delete. Worst case, delete. We will be the one to add that. So no scenarios defined muna, no? Okay na? Na-delete yun na, guys? Deleted already? Okay, good. All right, so let's now set up our scenario manager. So mag-a-add tayo, add. Let's call it a name. Unang-una yung best case natin. Or we can call it optimistic or best case na lang. Best case scenario. Okay, nakalink yung cell na to dito sa, okay, so let's go here. Saan siya nakalink, guys? Diba dito? Here. B24. This is what I was telling you a while ago. Tapos, comment. Pwede natin tanggalin yung comment na yan. Gusto nyo lagyan ng comment. Pwede natin lagay na best case scenario at 120%. Okay. Okay natin. Okay, ito. Enter values for each of the changing cells. Okay, ibig sabihin, ito guys yung sinasabi ko kanina, we'd like ililink natin siya. Okay, and B24, asan na yung B24? Okay, wait. Cancel. Okay, sorry Okay, nawala ako dun. So best case scenario. Best case lang. B24. So this is best sales at 120% above. Okay. All right. Okay. Then Enter values of the changing cells. Okay. Ano yung ano natin, guys? Yung best case scenario. Our best case scenario is 1.2, di ba? Or that's 120%. 120%, di ba? Of the projected sales. Ito yun. Gagawin niyang 120% to. So pag ginawang 120%, magbabago yung ano natin, yung sales natin. Kasi itong mga formulas natin na to, nakalink siya dito sa B24. Okay? So, okay. So, meron tayong best case scenario, no? All right. So, and then, pag i-show natin to, guys, show, tingnan nyo, nangyari. Nagpalit siya, di ba? Naging 120%. So, nagbago ngayon yung projected sales natin. Okay? So, let's add another one. Add. Ito naman yung base case natin. Base case. So this is normal 100% of projected. 100% of projected sales, okay? And that will be 100% lang, no? 100% lang siya. Okay? So dalawa na yung case natin, no? Okay, let's add another one. Ito yung pessimistic natin. Pessimistic case natin is, bigyan natin to. This is only 90% of forecast sales. Forecast sales. Okay. This should be 0.9. Or 90%. 90% of forecast sales, okay? And then last add, we have the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. So this is only 80% of forecast sales. Okay. This is 0.8 or 80%. 80%, okay. So tingnan natin. Pessimistic case, worst case. Tanggalin natin scenario dito, no? Para consistent tayo dun sa iba. Okay, so we now have, guys, the 4 cases. 4 cases. So you can, of course, add, delete, you can edit. Okay, let's go to summary. Summary natin. Okay. Summary then, guys, result cells natin. So tinatanong tayo ni Excel kung anong gusto natin na na hanapin na result. Okay, ilalagay natin dito sa B12. In other words, sa bawat scenario, ibibigay niya kung ano yung maximum borrowing need natin. Okay, and then okay natin to. All right. So this is our result, guys. So what does this tell us? Current values, that's the best case scenario na 120%. Base case is 100%, pessimistic case is 90%, worst case is 80%. So ang result natin, guys, these are your maximum borrowing needs. So a best case scenario, ang pinakamalaking loan lang natin, 3,000 pag best case scenario. Kailangan pa rin ng loan, kaso 3,000 lang. Let's check whether that's true. Tingnan natin cash budget natin. Okay, 100%. 3,000 nga lang ba? Kailangan pa rin ba natin ng borrowing? Yes. Okay? Kailangan pa rin natin ng borrowing on the first month lang. And then that's around 3,000. Renound up natin kasi. 2,688, renound up natin into 3,000. Okay, so pag best case scenario, okay, it will happen on the first month. Kailangan natin humiram ng around 3,000. Okay, then let's go back to our scenario manager. What about if it's base case scenario at 100%? So tingnan natin. Let's go back to our cash budget. If we make this 100%, ano mangyayari? Okay. Here, ang sinasabi na okay, ang maximum borrowing natin around 7,000. Ito yung base case natin. Round up natin yan. Okay, asa na siya? Yan, 7,000. And that's what appear here. Ito. Base case scenario. 7,000 yung expected natin na pinakamalaking amount na hihiramin natin. Total, no? Cumulative. Okay, then pessimistic case, 90%. So let's check, guys, our model. Paano kung 90% to? 90%. Enter. Okay. Ang cumulative borrowing natin will be around 12,000. Okay. Of course, guys, pwede rin natin itong hanapin. Pwede rin nakalink. Pwede rin, guys, yung maximum borrowing natin dun sa hindi cumulative. So, ibig sabihin, dito sa maximum borrowing need natin, okay, hindi natin ilalagay dito sa cumulative. Dito natin ilalagay sa actual na borrowing. Kung magkano yung pinakamataas na hihiramin natin. Ito yung balance, cumulative balance na pinaka-maximum. 12,000. Okay. And lastly, ito yung worst case scenario natin. 80% of your sales lang. Okay, so let's do that. If this was only 80% of sales, 80% lang to. Enter. So our model changes and you can see, guys, na ito. Ang laki ng mga borrowings natin, 8,000 muna, tapos 3,000, 4,000, hanggang sa May, humihiram pa tayo. And the maximum of this is around, round up natin, it's around 18,000. 18,000. So that's, ito yan, no? 18,000. Okay, so that in a nutshell, guys, is cash budgeting with scenario manager, no? So sensitivity analysis natin, tinitingnan natin kung paano ko yung forecast sales natin naging best case, no? Naging 120% of the forecasted sales, or naging worst case, naging 80%. We link it to a particular value na gusto natin malaman. Gusto natin magkano yung magiging maximum borrowing natin, cumulative maximum borrowing. So ililink natin dito. Okay? You can link it, of course, to others. No? Pwede nating ilink sa maximum na current borrowing. Okay? So hahanapin niyo yung maximum dito. Okay? So depende yun, guys, kung ano yung pwede rin ano yung pinaka na maximum na adjusted ending cash balance, pwede rin yan. So depende kung anong gusto natin malaman. In this case kasi gusto natin malaman, delikado kasi kung worst case scenario kunyari, di ba? Tapos kailangan natin umutang kasi kulang yung collections natin. We know that the cumulative borrowing will reach up to around 18,000. Okay? Based on this. All right. So next week, guys, magkakaroon tayo ng take-home exam. Next Tuesday, we'll group ourselves, okay, and then I'll give you the take-home quiz, and then you'll answer it as a group, submit it as a group, and then you'll be given around 2 days. No? Tuesday ko ibibigay, tapos Thursday ang submission, group naman to, group quiz yan. And then isa sa questions doon will be the same, cash budget. So i-copy ko lang to. Cash budget, copy ko siya. Ang mangyayari naman, guys, okay, maglalagay tayo ng scenario. Ang scenario natin, kung kayang magbayad ng company ng utang, okay, magbabayad siya. So dadagdagan natin yung problem na to. What do I mean by that? Kasi dito, tingnan natin okay, dito, lagay natin sa lagay natin dito sa base scenario, 100%. Okay, if you take a look at this, guys, ito. So, unadjusted cash balance natin 4,300. So, kailangan pang umutang, no? Para maging 10,000. Okay, pagdating dito, okay, kasi may mga interest na binabayaran, maliit lang naman kasi 1% lang of the of the cumulative loan. May kulang pa rin tayo dito na 44 kaya nag-utang. Dito kulang pa rin kaya nag-utang. Dito guys, tingnan nyo ha, 13,311. Nag-borrow pa ba dito? Guys, ang unadjusted cash balance is 13,311. So, kailangan pa ba humiram? Kailangan? Answer? Yes? Okay, hindi, di ba? Tama. No. Hindi na kailangan humiram. So, dun sa take-home assignment nyo, magkakaroon tayo ng ganitong problem, no? Kaya iisipin nyo yan as a group, no? Okay. Okay, so either sa unadjusted cash balance, mag-a-add tayo ng ano, mag-a-add ng current borrowing or less loan payment. Kung pwede naman, magbabayad ng loan. Kasi yung loan, remember guys, yung cash balance natin, yung loan balance natin, nag-i-incur ng interest yan. No? Ito mukhang maliit lang, but these are in thousands. So actually, 57,000 yan, 64,000. Okay, so we will now come up with a model and that will be part of your quiz. Sinasabi ko lang, no? Na kung pwede magbayad ng loan, magbayad na rin, no? Of course, hindi pa pwedeng magsasabay yung manghihiram at saka magbabayad. Kaya the reason why we're borrowing is that our cash balance is less than 10,000. So that's why we need to borrow. So we have to construct a formula here so that if it's able to pay whatever the balance is of the previous month, magbayad na. No? Okay, sample. Let me just illustrate example so that you can think already of the formula. Okay, pwede nang gawin na nga dito yun eh, no? Pwede nang gawin dito yun as a practice lang. Okay, kunyari ito guys, ito. Sa month na to, sa month ng January, hindi pa pwede magbayad. Kulang pa nga eh. Sa month ng February, hindi pa rin pwede magbayad. Okay? Paano ko nalaman? Yun, no? 9956. Kulang pa nga ng 10,000. Diba? Kaya nga manghihiram pa. Pagdating ng March, hindi pa rin pwede magbayad. Kasi kulang pa ng 10,000. No? Pagdating ng April, guys, pwede na magbayad? Yes or no, please? Can we now pay, guys? Can we now pay? Kahit partial, no? We will assume that pwede magbayad ng partial loan. Kasi revolving credit line naman to eh. Can the company now pay? Hello? Paki-unmute please or chat na lang kung yes or no. Kasi ang unadjusted balance natin 13,311. Di ba hindi na nga nangutang eh, di ba? Hindi na kailangan ng utang guys, hindi na kailangan nag-loan kasi above 10,000 na to. Ngayon ang question, pwede na ba magbayad? Hello? Guys, kaya yung sagutin yan, guys. Can the company now pay? Yes, pwede na. Thank you, Charmaine. Pwede na, guys. Pwede na magbayad kasi yung cash, unadjusted cash balance, 13,311. Okay? Tapos magkano yung utang? Ang utang, yung previous month, ang cumulated na 6,364. Okay, tanong, magkano babayaran? Magkano babayaran, guys? Pwede na bang bayaran tong 6,364? Can the company now pay 6,364, guys? Okay. Charmaine, bakit 3,311?
Sir, yung 10,000 po, yun lang po yung kailangan gamitin po for the next month po. Tapos may sobra po na 3,311, sir.
Okay? So 3311. Okay? So ang pwede lang bayaran is 3311, no? 3311. Okay, bakit? Kung 3311 lang babayaran, guys, ano mangyayari? So ito babayaran to, no? So what will happen now? Okay, in other words, guys, ganito, no? Okay, so magbabayad tayo ng 3311 sa April. 3311 sa April. So therefore, guys, how much will now be our adjusted cash balance? Our adjusted cash balance, guys, will be, so mababago yung formula natin dito, no? It will be equal to the sum of unadjusted plus the current borrowing and then ma-minus natin si payment. Okay? So ang mangyayari dito, guys, magiging 10,000 na lang yung ano natin, yung balance natin, no? Okay? Tapos, yung cumulative borrowing natin, what will happen? Babaguhin din natin yung formula na to. Kasi yung formula natin ito will be sum of that one, di ba? I-minus natin kung merong loan repayment. Okay, so if you take a look at this, guys. Okay. So what happened now? Nung April, ang cash balance natin 13,311. Hindi natin pwedeng bayaran si 6,364 yung previous accumulative borrowing kasi pag binayaran natin to, guys, ang 6,364, bababa yung ano natin. Hindi na magiging minimum balance, no? If I put here 6,364, okay. Now 6,947 na to. So hindi pa pwede 'yon, no? Kasi dapat at least 10,000 yan. So that's why we're paying 3,311. Okay? 3,311. Okay, so pagdating dito, guys, 12,000, magkano lang utang? 13,053. Okay, pwede ba natin bayaran tong 13,053 na to? Hindi pa pwede. Kasi pag binayaran natin ang buo to, okay, pag binayaran natin ang buo, anong mangyari, guys? Bababa tayo ng 10,000. So dapat, ang ibabayad lang natin, yung excess lang sa 10,000 ito. 2,167. Okay? Ito lang babayaran natin, no? Okay, so once we pay this, guys, ano mangyayari? So dapat yung formula natin naka-adjust na pati yung okay? So 10,000 na lang yung balance natin, hindi na 12,167. Okay, and then ang ano natin, our our cumulative borrowing now dumiit na 8,886, no? Tapos pagdating dito, guys, ano na mangyayari? What will happen now? Guys, it's time already. Sorry. So babayaran na 886. Let me just end here. Okay. 886 yung babayaran natin. Okay. So wala nang ano. Okay. So next meeting pa naman yung guys. That will be your take-home exam. But think about that, guys, no? Ibig sabihin dapat may isang formula tayo dito, no? Kasi dito linagay lang natin manual eh. So dapat include the formula here, copy to the right. So itong formula din to ma-adjust. Okay, so this one magkaka-formula dyan. This one ma-adjust. Okay. Okay, so these two, okay, they will be adjusted. All right, so let me stop recording now.